added funding for life-saving equipment. As we reported last week, the director warned of the growing safety risk to his deputy marshals and task force officers during a February oversight hearing.
Our work is exceedingly dangerous. It requires exceptional skill and sophisticated training and equipment.
North Carolina Congressman Chuck Edwards sits on the House Appropriations Committee. A spokesperson for the congressman told us the Republican was not on the committee for the bill drafting process and is not a member of the Commerce, Justice, Science, and Related Agencies Subcommittee, but, quote, will review any related funding priorities from the administration as the fiscal year 25 process moves forward to full committee consideration. I mentioned we want to share the information as we're getting it. We know this is important. We have some new information about the training the Carolinas Regional Fugitive Task Force receives as well tonight.
Yeah, and that's important when you consider training was also a point of distinction based on documented past training incidents and failures really by the agency. So what do we find out about some of these failures here?
Well, a Marshal spokesperson says the agency does not release specific training records of actual employees, but told me this particular task force did receive high-risk fugitive apprehension training, and the members' training hours exceeded the agency's annual requirement. Beyond that, we're told the Marshal Service is in the process of working to train its 8,000 deputies and task force officers with a new 40-hour enhanced officer safety training the agency created in 2022. All this said, and this is so important here, the spokesperson reiterated this, quote, no amount of training can eliminate the inherent dangers associated with arresting the nation's most violent fugitives.
That highlights it.
Yeah. Nate, thank you so much for continuing to dig into this story.
We'll continue to do so. Yep.
All right.
Turning now to your forecast, a beautiful view from Freedom Boat Club up in Lake Norman. At this hour, it is dry, but as Larry Sprinkle will tell you, some storms could be moving in later on today, right, Larry?
Absolutely. I wouldn't say widespread, but certainly the potential is there. But it's a great view right now. Take a look at this shot from our Charlotte Motor Speedway, Mr. Sparky, Carolina Camera Network. All just puffy cumulus, fair with the clouds out there. We'll take up the high country. Very similar situation right there on the campus of Appalachian State University at the Convocation Center. Looking A-OK there. As far as temperatures go, 76 degrees in the Boone area. Hickory checks in, 77 there. 78 in the Queen City, 81 at Monroe, and 81 at Lancaster and Rockingham over at Rock Hill, also at 77 degrees under fair skies. No rain or storms here. Everything is really back to the west and southwest. Mentioned this a couple of minutes ago. We have some light rain showers tracking across parts of Tennessee into Alabama and Georgia. The biggest storm system is in the midsection of the country, all the way down to the southern plains, a line of showers and strong storms tracking across parts of Arkansas, Louisiana to Texas. More showers and storms in the upper Midwest today. We'll take a futurecast as we take you right into the afternoon. Take about 3 o'clock today. I think really the time frame probably from about 3 until 7 to 8 o'clock. You can see some showers from Salisbury to Concord, all the way back over to Cleveland County and Shelby, up in the high country around Banner Elk. More storms tracking the area around 5 o'clock. You can see a line of storms from Rock Hill to Chester all the way to the Charlotte metro area between about 5.
we just please make sure our phones are off? Thank you. Just want to make sure everybody's phone is on silent. Thank you.
Brad Panovich always knew what he was meant to do.
All right, don't forget your umbrella.
In fact, he joined the American Meteorological Society when he was 13. Now Brad is all grown up. You can see him right here on WCNC Charlotte, making sure you're informed and safe.
Hey, where did all my hair go?
Experience the difference.
Turning now to your forecast, a beautiful view from Freedom Boat Club up in Lake Norman. At this hour, it is dry, but as Larry Sprinkle will tell you, some storms could be moving in later on today. Right, Larry?
Absolutely. I wouldn't say widespread, but certainly the potential is there. But it's a great view right now. Take a look at this shot from our Charlotte Motor Speedway, Mr. Sparky, Carolina Camera Network. All just puffy cumulus, fair with the clouds out there. We'll take you up to the high country. Very similar situation right there on the campus of Appalachian State University at the Convocation Center. Looking A-OK there. As far as temperatures go, 76 degrees in the Boone area. Hickory checks in, 77 there. 78 in the Queen City, 81 at Monroe, and 81 at Lancaster and Rockingham over at Rock Hill, also at 77 degrees under fair skies. No rain or storms here. Everything is really back to the west and southwest. Mentioned this a couple of minutes ago. We have some light rain showers tracking across parts of Tennessee into Alabama and Georgia. The biggest storm system is in the midsection of the country, all the way down to the southern plains, a line of showers and strong storms tracking across parts of Arkansas, Louisiana to Texas. More showers and storms in the upper Midwest today. We'll take a future cast as we take you right into the afternoon. Take you about 3 o'clock today. I think really the time frame probably from about 3 until 7 to 8 o'clock. You can see some showers from Salisbury to Concord, all the way back over to Cleveland County and Shelby, up in the high country around Banner Elk. More storms tracking the area around 5 o'clock. You can see a line of storms from Rock Hill to Chester, all the way to the Charlotte metro area. Between about 5 and 7, those showers move into the region. Another band of light rain showers around midnight tonight. Then we see a break tomorrow morning. It's really the big storm system starts tracking to the area tomorrow afternoon. You see a line of storms between about 2 and 4. Heavy rainfall from Albemarle to Lancaster, all the way into the North Carolina high country. Then a break Thursday morning. Another round of rain and storms are possible as we get to Thursday afternoon around 2 o'clock. Between about 2 and 5, we see some storms on Thursday move across the region. Then we get to the weekend, a whole different situation. So scattered showers today, likely tomorrow, then a few scattered showers and storms Thursday. Dry weather Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, even Monday of next week. And that's some good news about the upcoming weekend. So one situation we're dealing with is the potential for a few strong storms. I wouldn't say widespread today, more likely tomorrow, but we could see some pockets of heavy rain, areas with gusty winds, and some cloud ground lightning in that forecast. We take a look at it and show you all the way into the afternoon. You see between about 3 and 8, that's the time frame of some of the strong storms. So that's our weather aware window of those temperatures in the low to mid 80s for the afternoon. Here's your weekend preview. Check this out. Comfortable weather on Saturday, sunny skies, temperatures in the mid 80s, and more of the same on Sunday. A little more cloudiness around, but certainly very nice with temperatures on Sunday afternoon into the mid 80s. Great news there. Let's go ahead and check that Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Today, tomorrow, we are in the mid 80s. So the time frame once again today between about 3 and 7, but more likely we'll see some stronger storms tomorrow, and then a few leftover showers and storms on Thursday. Thursday, the warmest day of the next 7, maybe a couple spots getting to that 90-degree mark. Friday afternoon, mid 80s, and there you go. This is a big weekend. Takes the Charlotte weekend, mid 80s Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday afternoon back into the upper 80s.
Right now, several businesses are seeking solutions to crimes involving young people by providing opportunities to stay busy over the summer months. Local gyms and rec centers are just some of those stepping in to not only help keep kids active, but safe. WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris introduces us to some of those programs.
There's gyms and facilities that are giving teens something to do during the summer months. Options that can keep them active, keep them fit, and most importantly, keeping them out of harm's way. Summer months are meant to be fun for kids, but it can be challenging for families the moment school's out.
The teens do not have a place to go or things to do.
The YMCA want to bridge that gap, offering more than just a recreation center, but a safe place for teens.
Providing them with things to do, and not only things to do, but things that will help build them both socially, emotional.
Veroni Gamble says the YMCA offers a free program during the summer called Level Up. It's available at 4 of their locations: Keith, McCrory, Stratford, Richardson, and Simmons.
Connecting them with that college readiness or career readiness, as well as making sure that We're there to help build the whole family.
Planet Fitness also offering safe, healthy alternatives through their high school summer pass.
We want to create a space where you feel comfortable being in here and you can get a good workout.
Offering free access to teens ranging from 14 to 19.
It's just promoting a better lifestyle. I'm like, you don't realize how much
Good afternoon. I've come here today to do what the Republicans in Congress refuse to do, take the necessary steps to secure our border. 4 months ago, after weeks of intense negotiation between my staff and Democrats and Republicans, we came to a clear bipartisan deal. It was the strongest border security agreement in decades. But then, Republicans in Congress, not all, but walked away from it. Why? Because Donald Trump told them to. He told the Republicans, it has been published widely by many of you, that he didn't want to fix the issue, he wanted to use it to attack me. That's what he wanted to do. It was a cynical and an extremely cynical political move, and a complete disservice to the American people who are looking for us to, not to weaponize the border, but to fix it. Today, I'm joined by a bipartisan group of governors, members of Congress, mayors, law enforcement officials, most of whom live and work along the southern border. They know the border is not a political issue to be weaponized. The responsibility we have to share to do something about it. They don't have time for the games played in Washington, and neither do the American people. So today, I'm moving past Republican obstruction and using the executive authorities available to me as president to do what I can on my own to address the border. Frankly, I would have preferred to address this issue through a bipartisan legislation, because that's the only way to actually get the kind of system we have now that's broken, fixed, to hire more Border Patrol agents, more asylum officers, more judges. But Republicans have left me no choice. Today, I'm announcing actions to bar migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum. Migrants will be restricted from receiving asylum at our southern border unless they seek it after entering through an established lawful process. And those who seek to come to the United States legally, for example, by making an appointment and coming to a port of entry, asylum will still be available to them, still available. But if an individual chooses not to use our legal pathways, if they choose to come without permission and against the law, they'll be restricted from receiving asylum and staying in the United States. This action will help us to gain control of our border, restore order into the process. This ban will remain in place until the number of people trying to enter illegally is reduced to a level that our system can effectively manage. We'll carry out this order consistent with all our responsibilities under international law, every one of them. In addition to this action, we recently made important reforms in our asylum system, more efficient and more secure reforms. The goal is to deliver decisions on asylum as quickly as possible. The quicker decision means that a migrant is less likely to pay a criminal smuggler thousands of dollars to take him on a dangerous journey, knowing that if in fact they move in the wrong direction, they're returned around quickly. And 2 weeks ago, the Department of Justice started a new docket in the immigration courts to address cases where people who've recently crossed the border and they make a decision within 6 months rather than 6 years, because that's what happens now. Additionally, the Department of Homeland Security has proposed new rules to allow federal law enforcement to more quickly remove asylum seekers that have criminal convictions and remove them from the United States. My administration has also recently launched new efforts to go after criminal networks that profit from smuggling migrants to our border and incentivize people to give tips to law enforcement, provide information that brings smugglers to justice. We're also sending additional federal prosecutors to hotspots along the border and prosecute individuals who break our immigration laws. One other critical step that we will be taking, and that has made a huge difference. We continue to work closely with our Mexican neighbors instead of attacking Mexico. And it's worked. We've built a strong partnership of trust between the Mexican President Lopez Obrador, and I'm going to do the same with the Mexican-elect President who I spoke with yesterday. We've chosen to work together with Mexico as an equal partner, and the facts are clear. Due to the arrangements that I've reached with President Obrador, the number of migrants coming and to our shared border unlawfully in recent months has dropped dramatically. But while these steps are important, they're not enough. To truly secure the border, we have to change our laws, and Congress needs to provide the necessary funding to hire 1,500 more border security agents, 100 more immigration judges to help tackle the backlog of cases, more than 2 million of them, 4,300 more asylum officers to make decisions in less than 6 months instead of 6 years, which is what it takes now, and around 100 more high-tech detection machines to significantly increase the ability to screen and stop fentanyl being smuggled into the United States. These investments were one of the primary reasons that the Border Patrol Union endorsed the bipartisan deal in the first place. And these investments are essential, they remain essential. As far as I'm concerned, if you're not willing to spend the money to hire more Border Patrol agents, more asylum officers, more judges, more high-tech machinery, you're just not serious about protecting our border. It's as simple as that. I believe that immigration has always been a lifeblood of America. We're constantly renewed by an infusion of people and new talent. The Statue of Liberty is not some relic of American history. It stands for who we are as the United States. So I will never demonize immigrants. I'll never refer to immigrants as poisoning the blood of a country. And further, I'll never separate children from their families at the border. I will not ban people from this country because of their religious beliefs. I will not use the U.S. military to go into neighborhoods all across the country to pull millions of people out of their homes and away from their families, to put detention camps while awaiting deportation, as my predecessor says he will do if he occupies his office again. On my very first day as president, I introduced a comprehensive immigration reform plan to fix our broken system, secure our border, provide a pathway for citizenship for dreamers, and a lot more. And I'm still fighting to get that done. But we must face the simple truth. To protect America as a land that welcomes immigrants, we must first secure the border and secure it now. The simple truth is, there is a worldwide migrant crisis. And if the United States doesn't secure our border, there's no limit to the number of people who may try to come here, because there's no better place on the planet than the United States of America. For those who say the steps I've taken are too strict, I say to you that be patient, and goodwill of American people are wearing thin right now. Doing nothing is not an option. We have to act. We must act consistent with both our law and our values as Americans. I'll take these steps today, not to walk away from who we are as Americans, but to make sure we preserve who we are for future generations to come. Today, I've spoken about what we need to do to secure the border. In the weeks ahead, and I mean the weeks ahead, I'll speak to how we can make our immigration system more fair and more just. Let's fix the problem and stop fighting about it. I'm doing my part. We're doing our part. Congressional Republicans should do their part. Thank you very much.
Politics with the war. What was that? I asked her, is Prime Minister Netanyahu playing politics with the war? I
I don't think so. He's trying to work out a serious problem he has. Thank you.
Keep it short. Not much room for nuance. Appropriate.